So JD and I have the awesome opportunity to lead a team, which is our staff at Greater Chicago Church. And one of the core values for us in being leaders is having a team that is fully empowered. So that means that they are fully operating in their authority, their influence, and their areas of responsibility. We actually really believe in our team cultivating their voices, their opinions, their thoughts, their passions, and we really want to hear those. We don't believe in like a hierarchy of leadership. We believe in an empowered team. We are going after this together and collectively, and we couldn't do half of what we do without the amazing team that's around us. And I think that's true for everybody else on the team. We really believe in working in unity and in a cadence where we have more impact together than we could ever have individually.
And part of that has to do with communication. You have to be overly communicative to your teammates. You must tell them more than they need to know and remind them more often. Because part of the problem that I've encountered is I'll run into things where, to be honest, I've thought about it in my head a lot. And I think I've communicated it to my team. And yet when I spring it on them, they're like, where did this come from? And why are you telling me this? So one of the things that we've really done to empower our team is to constantly over communicate what we're doing and what our heart is in the matter. We also want to always keep the main thing the main thing. So many times we get sidetracked on ancillary things that are good ideas, and we can spend an entire meeting dreaming about a good idea that really isn't going to pay off. Our goal is to keep the main thing, to do the meeting on the purpose that it was designed for, or to keep people on task. Again, communication here is absolutely essential. In terms of empowering people, good feedback. Like, be a people who have good feedback. We had a consultant come in, and one of the things they said was, hey, your accountability is a little low. To us, that means, hey, we need to have better feedback on what we're doing. Did this work? Did we accomplish the goals that we set out to accomplish? How can we make it better next time? What are the wins? Let's celebrate those. What are the areas for improvement? Let's do something better next time. So all of that stems back to this idea of communication. You must communicate with your team.
Yeah, and I will actually add as well that vision is so important when you're leading a team. To keep vision first and foremost. As leaders, if you're willing to be vulnerable and authentic and share your heart, like the more that you can actually share your heart and your passion about the vision that God has given you, the more that you give other people the opportunity to buy into that and to run with that. And so people aren't left guessing like what's on your heart, that you actually have given them multiple opportunities to hear that because you're willing to be honest and vulnerable with your team. And so we've found that the more that we can speak from our heart and what is overflowing from us, the more our team jumps on board and runs with those heart passions of ours and of each other's. The more that we can hear one another speak about what's really going on, what God has put on them and called them to do and put in their heart. Like, we're really about raising up a lot of champions and a lot of heroes. It's not a one-man show by any means. We would never want it to be that way. It's not that fun. It's more fun to be running together, all of us in unity and in cadence.
Yeah, it's exciting what God does when you communicate with your team and you throw vision and mission in the mix and you go after it wholeheartedly.